Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. My name is Matthew. I am joined by George today, Jacob, and Mikko. So as you can see, Jacob is not dead. We did not kill him, and we did not put him back together just for this stream.
I am alive! Asterisk.
Assembled them.
Yeah.
You already know Jacob, you already know Mikko, you already know me, but we're going to have George describe himself. This is the first time he's been on this stream. So, George, what do you do? Who are you? Why do we care?
I'm a tech artist at Muse Games. I just basically make all the assets appear in the game and make everything work from that end visually. So you care because Guns of Icarus probably wouldn't look the way it does or exist the way it does without me.
Can you scoot a little bit to the right, George? You're starting to lean off screen here. But yeah, there you go. Okay. So, as always, everyone, we're going to talk a little bit about the week. We're going to talk about what we've been working on, the exciting things. So, guns are going to be the big thing that I'm going to just chirp on about. But in the meantime, ask us questions, bother us, poke us, and we'll answer them as they come up. So, I guess the first thing, we spent the week firing a bunch of new guns that do a bunch of goofy things. Shoot lasers, fire clusters of missiles, guided missiles that follow your cursor, shoot training dummies. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, and the giant Tesla gun, which we got to show off last week on the blog. When do we get our keys? So you guys are probably going to get your keys in August. I believe end of August, George, is what we're looking at?
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
That's the rumor being put around.
Yeah. That's when I have to get things finished.
It is the most consistent rumor, though. So.
Yes, it's the most consistent rumor to this point, so that's the one we're going to stick with. That's when the team gets told to finish everything, so we're going to hold them to it. Howard is at home, I believe. He's with his family. He got back from Taiwan, and between jet lag and just the massive amount of work that was, he decided to take a couple days with the family, relax, so we said that was all right and let him go. So, yeah, as Casey said, he's trying to make the guided missile less effective at the moment. It is an amazingly powerful gun, but the biggest part is the guided part is super fun to use. Just sending missiles careening through the sky and into hordes of planes. Big fan. But George, you're doing a lot of the sounds and stuff. So what kind of sounds are you working on for Alliance right now?
Okay, so right now, immediately, I'm just working on trying to figure out how to get the dynamic music system back in a way. It used to be a thing that we had way back when, I don't know, maybe even before the game came out, but just due to time constraints, we didn't have time to finalize it. So just trying to find ways to bring it back. On top of that, co-op needs a whole slew of new sounds and new mixing in general. So we're going to be bringing a guy in to help us out with that pretty much.
So when you say dynamic music, what do you describe what that is?
So basically, it's going to be really simple so far. When basically certain rules are met, like when the boss appears on the screen, we want a different musical score to come up to heighten the emotional impact of that sequence, and then the same when you destroy it. It's just we're just looking for ways to accentuate through audio important, impactful moments in gameplay, beyond just the Foley effects and just the drums.
Yeah, so, what moment for you are you, most excited? Listen, I have it in my head, I know what this wants to sound like, kind of thing. What, is it destroying bosses? Is it little ships? What part are you yes, this will have just beautiful noise?
Well, I mean, bosses are a big part of this game, so that's why, first and foremost, I'm working on that. I mean, we're trying to do some bookends that are, good victory and defeat screens, so then we'll probably be tackling, stuff like that's sort of in place. We just need to get the right sounds going at the right times. Like to explore more, but at the moment, once I just got to talk to our sound guy and see what can be feasible and what we can get done. I just hope the overall goal with the sounds this in this version of Guns of Icarus is to try to make the landscapes, depending on where you are in them, or at least just map to map, feel a lot more different than they currently do. Right now, they kind of feel pretty much like the same thing over and over and over again. So I just want to do my best to figure out how we can introduce variation in the sound, just in general, between maps and stuff like that.
And then we had a couple questions. So, as someone who hasn't played, except for a few small sessions in over a year, what has changed and why should I come back? So, we've added in the new gun, Minotaur, since you've been gone. I don't know what time of the year you were gone last year, but we've added in some new maps, new social features, fixed a lot of bugs, revamped things. I mean, it's still kind of the same game you played for those few small sessions, so if you enjoyed the teamwork aspect, then it's still the teamwork game. If there was something that you're really excited about or, really wanted, let us know so we can look at it, kind of thing. Or I can tell you how we did it, we're going to do it, or it's never going to happen and I'm really, really sorry.
And we've introduced Steam Workshop.
Oh, true. Steam Workshop. There's a lot of player-made items. And there's also a new set of items in the workshop that you should vote yes on, because I'm going to be bugging Tim about it, these Grim Reaper items that are awesome.
How about the stamina? That's a new system too that we introduced that impacts gameplay a good bit. Kind of switches some stuff up.
Yeah, the stamina for pilots, letting them move the ship around faster. Engineers can run and jump higher. Well, run faster, jump higher. And gunners can reload faster and move the guns out of arc a little bit while stamina is on. And then, speaking of sounds, will we ever get drums back in PvP that indicate when ships are near? The drums are now hooked up to spotting, I believe, or ship damage. So,
yeah, spotting, yeah.
Basically, we didn't want it to be like sonar kind of thing, so all sneak attacks basically were, oh, they're near now because of drums.
Yeah, it's more indicative that way. So.
Will there ever be a free-for-all mode? There will not. The ships weren't really balanced for a 1v1v1 scenario. Back in the beta, we had a 1v1 only map, and there was just a lot of the imbalances in there were kind of shown off, and it wasn't as fun, was the biggest part. What is this Alliance mode stuff? It is co-op, so basically it's a new fancy name because while co-op is it says what it is, it's not as sexy, so we added some spice in there, and now it's Alliance. So everything you know about co-op, you know about Alliance, pretty much.
Finest spices brought in from India.
And the logo's really good, I like the logo.
True, that was... Who did the logo? I want to say...
Warren?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Warren, our new UI guy, we are putting him to work in a bunch of different ways, so...
Oh yeah, he's so busy.
I know, but I like the sonar. It brought so much to competitive. I mean, it is always a risk when we change one thing. Like, anytime we change something, there's definitely, people who liked it the old way or felt like it was better the old way. I think we're going to stick with it. I mean, you can always send in emails, send in feedback, and have your friends tell us, this is terrible and we hate you now, kind of thing. We definitely appreciate the feedback, so you can definitely let us know when something is not to your liking and why and all that stuff. Is Alliance going to be a new game or big DLC? So this a lot comes down to what Steam says is best for us. We're trying to get in contact with them to be like, okay, because it has been, 2.5 years of work. Like, as much work has been put into Guns of Icarus has gone into Alliance, really. So
yeah.
If it's categorized as DLC, like, it's really how the Steam page categorizes it. It is really kind of DLC because it's a lot of the same systems, but it is in scope as large as, if not larger, due to things like the faction map and the AI director kind of thing. So it'll be big, but if you have the original game, and you can pick it up for $10 right now on gunsoficarus.com/store. So I do not know if we'll call it DLC, but that was kind of its original goal.
Yeah, because it'd be kind of strange.
It's like a pseudo expansion, more like, because there's so much content involved.
Yeah.
DLC is more bite-sized stuff. This is
true. Expansion's probably the best term right now.
It would just be, I think it'd be quite odd if it ended up being a separate game, because then you'd have to, if you wanted to go play PvP, you might have to switch clients.
Well, but you can, so there's a difference, like, if it was a standalone expansion and it just used the same client browser, again, it's a lot of Steam, what sells best, what works, and how are we going to do it, and
Yeah, there are other ways, creative ways.
So there, if you go through Steam, there's so many weird. Well, the game's been re-released, so you can't buy the original, but you can buy it as DLC, and it's all marketing stuff. It won't change the same thing, which is you guys are gonna get a bunch of new content, new ships, new guns, giant maps, new game modes, AI director, and and we'll call it an expansion for the moment.
Okay.
Yep.
Speaking of Steam, when will Alliance? When is Alliance going to be on Steam? That is up to Steam, not like we. So we are technically on there right now. Like we could upload it and do all that stuff and create a store page, but it comes down to again talking to Steam and making sure we release in the correct way. So we get the most people noticing us, and it's just the best system kind of thing. So we're not just saying, oh well, we don't care about finding new players for you guys to play with and against, because we do. We want you guys to have a great community, and that's our job since we've made an online game. Is there ever going to be ships that offer a larger crew for those of us with more than 3 friends but less than 7 friends that play? Probably not. 4 was kind of a balancing number for a lot of the ships, and it's really great to have that base to kind of build around for, how many guns can it fire, when can it do this, when can it do that, how does it work in the different game modes. It's really just it's an ease of design kind of thing, because you just need some sort of building base.
Yeah, that's essentially it's true.
Well, you see if other YouTubers will play it when it's released, because I really enjoyed the Battle Royale. Definitely. We have a great relationship with the YouTubers. They always tell us, come back and we'll do more events and stuff, so we're definitely going to take them up on that. We're also going to, try to get them to understand what's going on and make sure before they play it, the maps are a lot more explanatory. Because right now we're testing things out. We're not saying, okay, is this easy to understand? We're saying, does it work and does it feel fun? So we're definitely going to make sure it's easy to understand, because if you've seen the YouTubers play, there's a lot of Gatling guns and balloons and goofy little things that everyone's just like, no, stop, please. How will it work with matchmaking? Will it be separate from PvP matchmaking, or will there be one matchmaking you get thrown into PvP or PvE? I believe right now the plan is to have it separate, but I don't know. I'd have to talk with Jerry. He's the guy who basically made most of the matchmaker and does all the database work. But I could definitely see why it'd be nice to say, listen, I just want to play guns. I don't care if it's against people or bots, but we'll see how we can manage that.
Yeah.
Should be that.
So we've caught up with questions, so I guess I'll ask George, how has it been in the office? Like, what's the feeling? How's everyone working?
Yeah, it's good. Just everybody's getting ready for beta. That's all. It's like full in production right now. Everybody. Well, we've got a big bug list that we got to chop away from and just get closer to a more stable product this time around. And so that is the goal. I don't know. Nothing. I think scheduling wise, we're okay. Nobody is dying. So
come on. We want to hear the drama and the stress. We want to hear the art director punched out Eric or something because of a.
Everybody's crying. In the corner, rocking.
Yeah, well, I mean, not this week. I think it's gonna hit home maybe in like a week or two for sure. We're working on the new map right now, so the assault map. So as that comes closer to an end, I'm sure everybody's gonna be really upset, or maybe me. I don't know, because I'm kind of at the end of that pipeline. I have to do the light mapping and stuff, and so we'll see. Yeah, there's probably a lot of loose ends, and as we're coming closer to the end of August, you're going to see everybody a bit crazier, I suppose, yeah.
So tune in next week to hear about all the drama, tears, and...
Yeah, yeah.
The amount of coffee consumed, yeah.
So, George, can you tell us a little bit about what it was like when the beta was first for Guns of Icarus was first put in the players' hands? What the feeling in the office was?
Which beta?
The Guns of Icarus Online. So
the very first?
Yeah.
Or
so, not Flight of the Icarus, the one after. The one that everyone is hopefully playing right now.
When that beta went live?
Yeah, what was it like bringing in the players? What was it like in the office?
So I basically spent, I guess, I don't know. It was very janky. Is the word? It's a good word. Basically, there was no UI to get people in matches when I was doing, and I was there for I think the first weekend. I was sitting in chat trying to talk to people and organize matches through cheats. That's what I remember from beta of the first Guns of Icarus. We're like, so yeah, we're doing like leaps and bounds better than that this time round, which is exciting. Like actually being able to make matches trivially. Oh, it's such a nice thing. You have no idea. But yeah, like I don't know. It was really. I mean, the first time playing with players though was pretty amazing. Like we'd been developing kind of without. I mean, we had some people come in and play, but we were just not too many. So having just outside feedback was kind of really special because we put so many years into the first game, and then Guns of Icarus Online, and then just to see people give us, I don't know, any sort of feedback was kind of amazing. I don't remember what it was though. Like this game's seen so many iterations, and I've been on it for probably 4 years, 4.5. So it's been a while. I've seen this project through a lot of ups and downs, I suppose.
We got a few questions. So, are we concerned about separating the player base if they're separate? There's always going to be that player base will be a concern with Alliance mode or without Alliance mode. I actually think with Alliance mode will be better because it offers an entirely new game mode sets, a bunch of reasons people are going to come back. If you look at Civ, the time they got the most players ever in their lifetime is when they released an expansion kind of thing. So it's really all about making sure we get the word out there, and you guys bug people as well if you can. But having Alliance will have people say, oh, I can now do PvE, pull people in, leave more reviews, get us out there. So player base is always going to be a concern. We're always going to watch out. But I think it's actually going to be a really good thing and not a bad thing, despite the division of it.
Yeah, and what's more, it is going to attract a different audience as well, because there are some people who just don't want to play PvP games.
Yep.
So that's going to make a difference. If there's more story mode, there's more lore, that's going to keep people dragged in.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
So let's say I want to play PvP after Alliance releases. Will there be an expansion wall so that only those with the expansion can play new maps or new content? So the new maps and new content are all PvE right now. So say we release a new ship in Alliance and then bring it back to PvP. The PvP people will have that new ship even if they don't own Alliance mode, but they'll still only be able to use it in PvP maps. It's our big thing of we're not going to put gameplay features or things, PvP balancing things behind a paywall, because we don't want to say, oh, you don't own enough of the game to win, or kind of thing.
Nuh-uh.
Because that would be kind of jerky. We're still waiting for Howard to admit killing, then cloning Jacob. So I like that not only is he patient Vera who brings diseases into the office and kill Jacob, he apparently has the ability to clone him.
Plot twists everywhere.
Turning into an episode of Lost here.
I can assure you that I'm the same creature that was here before, alright?
Oh, man.
When do we get watertight ships so we can sail around fjords? I feel like if you were sailing around, you'd get destroyed by all the ships flying above you dropping bombs.
That's a good point. Is there any kind of bomb launcher in Alliance?
No, I
Because I know there's one aboard the sort of medium-sized planes.
The planes? There's bombers, yeah. But
no bomb guns for us. I suppose.
Interesting.
Alright, the new ship does face upwards, so if we had a new gun that faced downwards, it would be...
Yeah, we have an artist who likes to tilt guns up and down and all around, so I'd expect at least to see that maybe tried out.
Interesting.
It would be an interesting concept, though, like a bomber kind of style.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, I would see that being really ineffective in a lot of situations and great in very few situations.
I don't know. It'd be fun.
You know what? Actually, strike that. I could see it because we have emplacements and stuff to take down. Put those on the side of a Pyramidion and do bombing runs across it.
Yeah, sure.
There we go. It's already perfect.
Yeah.
Have people seen the Air Lords of Area short in the Machina interactive
I've
film
seen.
festival 2013. It reminded me a lot
I
of Guns of
saw
Icarus.
it. Yes, I've seen it. It was pretty cool.
You'll have to link me sometime.
Yeah. This game is quite underrated. Do you think this game will ever go back to its former glory? So we actually have more players now than on average than we have before. I feel like we're just getting bigger and better. I definitely, we're 3 years in and we're still alive, which as an indie multiplayer game is a crazy thing to be able to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the numbers it hasn't shown significant change downward. It's been trending upwards on average. So it's.
But I definitely agree that there can be more and it can be bigger and there can be better, and that's Alliance mode. And I'm really excited because I think we're going to release Alliance, and it's just so much content and so much things for you guys to do, so much lore and faction warfare that, we're going to hit another, golden day for Guns of Icarus.
I hope so. It would be nice.
Yeah. I mean, another thing we're doing to that end, we're just making content faster. We're finally spending time on our tools, which is something me and Alex have been working on pretty hard. It's just decreasing the time it takes to make a ship or a map or a gun or whatever. So at the very least, there's potential for getting a lot more content out there quicker.
Is everyone enjoying the hot summer weather in the office?
Well, when the AC is working, it is so cold. Or wait, maybe I'm the only one that's cold, but yeah, it was miserable until the AC got fixed. I mean, otherwise, going outside, it's like walking into a sauna, instantly. You're drenched in sweat. It's terrible.
Can us guys add a button that lets people connect to Twitch and stream? I mean, it sounds possible. Other games have done it. I don't know the technical limitations behind it.
Well,
Yeah.
the functionality exists. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it comes down to a lot of when we can get engineering time, because we've got them working pretty hard right now. But
Yeah.
I'll make a note, and when we have some time, we can check out the idea pile and hopefully jump in it.
Totally.
We don't want to put a paywall. That would be jerky, Matthew. That's the reason why you don't get to be funded by EA or Activision. I sometimes have to agree, but then again, they keep doing it because they keep making money off of it. So really, the people who are funding it, they're the real problem.
It's all you out there, you people.
I definitely agree that it's jerky. There's people that must be buying it because they still do it, because companies, they go off money. It's
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who knows? Things will change. We have more and more indie games coming out every year. Indie making tools like Unreal, even Unreal's free now, kind of thing. There's just going to be more and more indie games, and you're going to see it where the design teams break off and do their own thing. I mean, it's happening in Japan as well right now, where you're getting new Mega Man and Castlevania and all these things, but they're going back we can make it even though marketers say we're not going to make money off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's gonna be game changing for sure.
Matthew, what is this? That's a link. I'll check that out in a second. Is
Uh-oh. What are they making you do?
I don't know. What? Oh, what is this? Guns of Icarus Alliance. It's Humble. So basically, we released on Humble Guns of Icarus Alliance, so you can definitely buy it on there. I believe it's a little more expensive on there if you don't have the coupon from buying from the bundle. So if you want just the $10 one, you can get it at gunsofIcarus.com/store.
Yep.
Is the idea pile a pile of leaves or a pile of pudding? I would call it a pile of taffy, because it's sweet and there's a lot of awesome in there, but you get kind of stuck because there's just a little bit too much of it.
Perfect.
The ideas pile has everything that's ever been said that we're like, man, that'd be cool for the past 4 years. So
Wouldn't it be great if?
Yeah, one of those.
I mean, we do shift through it at least. I mean, and determine if it's possible or not, and if it fits with our vision for the game.
True, but I mean, then the accepted pile is still really big as well.
Yeah.
We separate the pile into smaller piles that are still very large.
Well, hey, I mean, it's a way for everybody to get heard, and then, we do our best from there.
Why do we never see Howard and Jacob in the same place since the incident? Checkmate. So wait, Howard didn't make a clone of Jacob. Howard is Jacob now, is what you're saying.
Oh god! Oh no! Plot twist.
Now you see, I haven't spoken to Howard since I got back, so I don't know. Maybe he's dead. I can't be sure. What are you hiding from me? Where is he?
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
I'm gonna have to see him pretty soon. Okay, we need to talk about EGX, so I need to find him.
Reclone him, right?
Yeah. Get in the office. Just 3D print him in the office for me.
Oh yeah, so George, you can confirm Howard is the source of all diseases that come into the office.
Yeah. Probably.
Hold it.
Yeah.
I mean, he comes in sometimes, and then he says really quietly, "Hey guys, I think I have a sore throat." And we're like, "Oh my gosh, it's the end! It's the end of all times."
Oh, great.
And then for the week after, everybody just slowly gets sick, and then it's just like it's a wave that creeps across the office. It like goes in an orderly fashion. I was the last of this wave this time. It was miserable.
So it's not hurricanes or vicious publishers that's going to take down Muse. It's
Yeah,
Howard's
it's
immune
gonna be Howard.
system.
Oh yeah, that's the biggest worry. Yeah, that would be the biggest worry.
We better not be ill for EGX, otherwise I'm going to be in big trouble. I'll let you get the disease.
Well, I mean, it just came back from Taiwan, so.
Yeah, you'll get new exotic diseases, Jacob.
Oh, great.
Don't worry, even if you don't get sick, the amount of talking you'll do at EGX, you'll have a sore throat by the end of it.
I will. I'm gonna take a flask with me and just have loads of like honey and lemon inside.
I did not think you were going there, I'll be honest. I definitely thought this. I'm gonna have a flask and just some whiskey.
Matt, we're doing it all wrong. We should have been doing that all the time when we go to cons.
True.
Interesting.
So, and then, so they were asking on the page, why is there a difference between the price in USD and Euro? I have no idea.
Well, it's not a one-to-one exchange.
True, and I want to blame Humble, but I don't know. So, we'll definitely check it out. If you're really super interested, you can send us a message on feedback@musegames.com. And as always, I believe it's the same price at gunsvickers.com/store. So, that's I'm definitely going to lead all you people there, because I think we have complete control over that, and we can.
And you get a better deal.
And you get a better deal. So
we're looking out for you.
How do you plan to deal with these sorts of biological attacks on your team? I think right now it's just riding them out. Yeah, get sick and hopefully don't die.
I mean, yeah, everybody actually can work from. A lot of people can work from home, luckily. But I mean, just zinc and a lot of vitamin C. It's like the only thing I can suggest, or just like quarantine Howard, just build a box around his, like make him a cubicle. That's what we'll do.
So that's Howard's at home with his family, not by choice, but because you do not want him in the office. I see how it is.
It's just to keep production smooth, Got to get things done.
Was the Spire ever saved? It was. It was not nerfed down since it became super powerful, and I still love flying the B-Wing.
It's not super powerful. It's just right. It's perfect right now.
Says people who use a Spire, yeah.
No, says anyone. I've never seen it. I've not seen any single one person complain about the Spire.
Oh, that's why you're Howard, because you play Spire too.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Do we have something going on at Gamescom? No, I don't believe we're going to Gamescom this year, but we are going to EGX. And I believe PAX Prime.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, PAX Prime, I think, is going to be press thing, but I'm not sure. I can't confirm that.
Yeah, that PAX stuff is being figured out. Probably press. Well, hopefully press. We definitely want press to come see us. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I think Mikko broke the stream again for a second.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Mikko.
There's just too much awesome going on in this chat. And it blew up on my computer. It literally shut down. That takes a lot to Mac too. Like it shouldn't. Whatever.
They have a suggestion for Howard. They say that we need to bubble boy him.
Yeah. Let's do that.
There we go. At least until Alliance is released, we're just gonna have to bubble boy Howard.
Yeah.
Great.
Send us a bubble.
Send us a bubble and we will put Howard in it. Okay, yeah. We can make that promise. I'm sure. Put us a bubble big enough for Howard. 'Cause we won't put him in like a really small bubble. That won't work. But if someone sends us a bubble suit, we will make sure Howard wears it, and we'll probably have him do something silly in it too.
Excellent.
Exactly.
I'm still asking for the community to do weird things to see what we can get away with, like the bucket of fingers decal.
Bucket of fingers.
Yeah, so
I'm up for a raptor.
last week what it turned into was if Alliance wasn't done on time, every day it was over, we were going to have to take off someone's finger, and then it went to, I have a bucket of people's fingers, so...
That sounds counterproductive, though.
It really does. It's like, go faster, lose a finger.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we'll just reattach more fingers on the ones that are being productive, and they'll be like hyper productive because they have more fingers.
Okay, so we're removing and reattaching fingers every day.
Yes.
Want more
Reinventing
fingers?
the
Work
human
faster. Work slower,
Think
lose
different,
fingers. It's perfect.
Think
Yes, total sense.
come out of like the office, people with no hands, people with like multiple hands, like, hey guys.
Why aren't you fast? Twice as fast. You have twice as number of fingers. Isn't that how it works? Come on, I know math and science.
Fingers all over their bodies.
Oh yeah, Howard's name is Bubbles, isn't it?
Oh, true. Yeah. You see, we need to get him a bubble suit, for he is a bubble.
Giant bubble.
How often does the art team get suggestions for different ideas, like from everyone in general?
Everyone? I mean, it's like you mean everybody on the art team commenting from everybody else?
So I think it's just... how often do like you and the art team get ideas from other members in the team and then from the community at large? Like how many times do people poke you and say you should do this?
I mean, we get a few emails here and there, which is great, and then but it's kind of quiet from the community side. I mean, there's a lot of ideas. We check the forums every once in a while, but mainly
we send them in. I mean, they do get sent in, nevertheless. A lot of the ideas that might actually prove relevant too. So
I'd actually say most of the art is sent, like, it's all, you guys send in a lot more ideas about the UI than you send in, like, you should add this on a ship.
Yeah, I see the UI for sure. Yeah, but like, I mean, the talk about what's going in, we're constantly, like, we have like an open layout kind of, so all of our monitors are facing outwards. Nobody's really hidden, so you can always see what's going on the other person's screen. And since we have, our playtests are pretty much by week, like 2 every week. So we're constantly seeing all the new art that goes in. And yeah, I think there's just constant feedback going on just on the art side. Yeah, is there any concerns?
Is there any art feedback you feel like isn't getting through? Well, someone said, speaking of art, let us change the decal colors.
Oh, the decal colors?
I think we have plans to make those dyeable at some point.
It's possible. Like, really, just anything like that. It's just one of those things that we could, like, it's possible and it's doable, but now it's just but we have time for it. Like, it's
priority.
Because it's a UI thing. It touches a lot of little systems, and it involves a couple of different people. And so features like that it seem kind of small, we'll get, they kind of get shoved out. And especially at these times when we're trying to push out a major patch or something like that, sometimes they can be slipped in, but sometimes we focus on bug fixes or other big features instead. But hey, it's definitely possible, and since it's small, it might be able to get slipped in the future sometime.
Sounds good. All right, we are caught up on questions, so George, I'm gonna, as you're the master of sound, what is your favorite sound in the game, and what is your
sound?
Yeah, I will give you that title. No fear. I can knight people. That's what I can do.
Okay.
But what is your like favorite sound in the game? The sound you're like, oh man, this sound is perfect. It was great. I love it. And which sound are you like, I really wish I had time to change that, or oh god, just stop making that noise?
The latter is kind of interesting. So the former, I don't know. can it be the sound that I made, or can it be some other? Does that have to be somebody else?
Any sound in the game. You are the master of sound. You have complete control over the question now.
I mean, I really like. It's not my sound, but the Red Rocket. I just like the character on that gun. It's just I don't
The
know
Optimus.
something about that. Oh, is it? I don't know any of the. I'm sorry. I only know the internal terms because that's all I see is all the internal names. You have to understand the guns are named completely different things in the project, so
Yeah,
I have a really hard time like translating between the two. So
that's okay. That's why I was doing it.
Is it the carousel one, right? It's not the Artemis. It's the. What's the carousel one? The Artemis.
Banshee is the carousel.
is the Banshee.
Banshee. Yeah, that one. I don't know, something about that. I mean, guns I like. The flak cannon's pretty satisfying shooting.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's go to the next one, the one that I dislike the most. It's actually music, and it's actually the opening theme song with the violin. It makes me sad every time I listen to it. And I have to listen. It's like the first thing I listen to every day in the morning. Like if I don't have my music down all the way, it's the first thing I hear, and I'm just like, why do I want to be depressed? Like when I start a game, I want to be excited. So like if I could do anything, it would be to make that song feel happier, or just like not happier. What am I talking about? But just upbeat in some way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
You're turning on the game, not you're turning on the game.
Oh my God. Nice to see you.
Then I ask Matt, are you standing again? Yes, I have switched back to standing. I'm switching between standing and sitting as my body dictates. So you'll see me from a different perspective.
Different perspective. People see it.
Yeah, they can see it. You guys can't see me because OBS is like, no. You cannot be up here and there. 2 places at once is just crazy.
Madness, I tell you.
How?
All right,
Whatever. We can handle it.
So, you guys just don't have a lot of questions for us today. Come on. Master of sound, amazing art. You can bug him about anything. Otherwise, I'm going to have to make him ask him questions about, like, sad violins.
Yeah.
But I guess, so on that note, well, I shouldn't even on that note. Favorite new gun? Like, out of the ones you fired and seen, which one are you most excited to put into the game, have balance, and work?
I don't know. Lightning gun's pretty cool. I don't know. The gun I'm most terrified of because I have to deal with performance is that cluster gun. I mean, it's awesome and sweet. It's just throwing that many particle systems will be interesting. I still we got to make it look really cool at the same time. And I'm really in charge of a lot of performance, client-side performance too. So, I don't know if that opens me up to attacks.
Well, actually,
But,
it should open you up to a compliment. The fact that this thing works on an Intel HD card should be a huge point in your favor, because that is not a good card.
Cool. That's good. Yeah, because I'm trying to make sure that co-op works on min spec and stuff like that. And yeah, we're doing pretty good, I guess. Hey, not that many complaints, I suppose. So.
So George, what was your biggest challenge ever on this project?
My biggest challenge. I don't know.
There was no challenge.
It was super easy. It was like going to work on a slide every day.
All the days blend in together. I just there's constantly little challenges, but all that I'm really focused on is usually the few that are right in front of me. Project wise, I don't know. Just getting the schedule together and challenges for me. I don't know. My stuff's pretty straightforward. I guess it's just making sure that artists get their assets in quickly and just designing systems for that. So the tech artist side of my job is just that, making the art pipeline friendly and not a monstrosity, which it was before, and that has been a pretty huge undertaking. But yeah, all the effects work is done, so it's pretty straightforward. I have a lot to do all the time, but it's not unknown, unsolved problems. Unlike the game design side or like AI side of things, they're all kind of like brand new territory. For this game, for me, it's kind of just like, let's improve Muse Games tool sets. Let's make sure that artists have what they need. Let's like, let's get that. Let's get them happier and faster so we can see more content.
And which new gun will the engineers hate the most?
We're still trying to figure out how to make this missile circus thing for the boss gun to be interesting, because we wanted to do all the cool swervy, stuff with the missiles, but networking that is an interesting pain Matt gets to enjoy. Well, not this Matt, but
the other Matt, Queso.
Yeah.
So Matt is Queso. I think I'm Matthew Kivias kind of thing. Well, I just call him Queso, or second Matt.
Inferior Matt.
What do you guys think of a ship loadout with only long-range guns? I've had a lot of fun with it. I think sniping is completely viable. It used to be much bigger, and I'm kind of glad it got toned down. I think you can still do a lot of damage with it, but it's not as overpowering of like trying to cross to a ship with long-range guns. So if you have a long-range combo that works, that's great. Also make sure to work with your ally ship so he's not charging in alone and dying.
Or if they are charging in, that you have perfect cover fire for them.
True. Why does the Mobula have a magical chimney ladder?
Why wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can reach the snowman.
You mean, I thought we were all Spider-Man. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah. I mean, why not? Yeah.
Right.
Artists like to put in like little secrets and stuff like that, 'cause it's just fun. And, as long as it doesn't destroy gameplay for people.
My immersion is broken because I saw a snowman on the desert.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people are groaning about that, I know.
I don't. Well, no one in the community I've heard complain about that. So.
Oh no, it's just internal artists, of course. You get some artists that are like, "Oh, this is cool. This is my thing," and then others are like, "What? Why did you do that?"
So when are the snowmen found by the rest of the team? Is the guy like warning you, everyone, there's a snowman on the Mobula, or they find out the day of? Like
no, sometimes they don't find out ever, or whenever it gets discovered. Really, like most, they don't announce it. It's just there, and then one day somebody's like, "Hey, did you know this thing was there?" They're like, no.
So you're saying the Easter eggs in the game are secret even for most of the dev team?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd like to know whose idea the first snowman was. Who snuck the first one in?
It probably was an artist that used to work here. He doesn't work here anymore. Not sure what happened to him
because
though.
of the snowman incident. He was just kicked out of the team.
Oh, I see. That makes perfect sense.
I'm not suggesting anything really. I'm just
Yeah, that'll do it.
When adding sound effects, is there that one person who will play the same sound over and over again, just tweaking it a little bit?
Yeah, that is me. I mean, like, sometimes I do sound design, but it was because we were in between. Our previous sound designer actually went off to work on Mortal Kombat, so that's pretty cool. But our new guy, as we're getting acclimated to making Guns of Icarus sounds, hopefully he'll be doing that tweaking, because I have other things to do for sure.
Then listen to the same sound 100 times with different pitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much is that.
And then, what other multiplayer games are you guys into? I'll take it first. I am into Crusader Kings because it's just an amazing grand strategy game. That's really fun to play with friends because it's not like Civ where it's like, oh, I've beaten you and now you don't get to play for the rest of the game. It's I've beaten you and now you work under me kind of thing. I really like the vassal system for that.
Oh man,
And then the other game I play is Dota, which I've been getting way into, and I really like it. I like teamwork-based games, kind of thing. So who's next? What multiplayer games?
I've heard about this really great one called Guns of Icarus Online.
Yeah, I've been playing that.
Man,
Yeah.
that sounds really familiar for some reason.
Yeah. It's a great concept, you know.
Well, I'm also a big Crusader Kings fan, actually. Slightly less baby killing, though, contrasting to Device.
True.
But I also,
The true thrones in Crusader Kings are built on baby skulls. And if you've played Crusader Kings, you'll understand this. It's a game. It's a historically accurate game. You just have to kill a lot of babies.
see, the Game of Thrones mentality that Kibayas has is not made out of swords, it's made out of baby skulls.
Yeah.
So it's a very morbid kind of like reflection of his like world dominance. I was
Hey,
pretty terrified of it.
fourth in line for the throne, more like first in line for the throne.
No, no more babies for any of you.
Yeah.
You're like the Black Plague for all babies.
I am the baby plague.
You're the baby
That's
plague.
worrying.
And George, how about you? What other multiplayer games are you into?
I don't know. I used to play a lot of Dota, but we switched over. Me and my brother switched over to Heroes of the Storm, only because people yell at him less, and it's it's easier to handle. I don't mind the abuse Dota throws at you, but it aggravates my brother. So we just chill on something that's more chill.
Yeah, you know, we in my personal gaming groups TeamSpeak, we have a channel for Dota and then we have a channel for Lazy Dota, which is Heroes of the Storm. And we mean that as a compliment because actual Dota is just stressful all the time, 100%. And I love that stress, but not everyone does.
A 24th of the day, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other game I picked up, which was pretty interesting, was Rising Thunder. It's in technical alpha. It's a fighter game that it seems pretty competent. Been enjoying that. I played a bit of that last night. Probably play a bit more. It's supposed to be PC based, not console based. So I don't know. Just seems like a pretty easy fighter to get into.
Always good. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Yeah, no, I'm just going through the chat log, seeing where we're at.
Oh,
So,
what kind of headphones do I use?
Yeah.
These are the Audio Technicas. I forget, it's like that Technicas.
I think we have the same headset, George.
We do? The M50s?
Yeah.
I like those. The other ones that are good are there's good Sony ones. Let's see if I can find them. Yeah, the Sony MDR 7500, whatever. It's like a long thing. Those are the ones that I see most guys use. The sound guys use. These are nice. Just anything that has just a flat response curve, basically, are good for mixing. At least headphone mixing. You always want to check your mix on a lot of different things though, to be safe. But to start, these are good. Yeah.
So, where do you stand on stereo versus the new trending gaming headsets for virtual 5.1, 7.1 as a sound guy?
I think it's really the new anything with more surround sound is really. It's really cool. As somebody who's making a product, I have to focus on the experience that most people are going to have. Not to say that I don't enjoy a good surround system. The one thing I want to look into more. Well, see, luckily I'm not doing all the mixing, but just there's some the sound demos where you hear stuff behind you really well and all around you. I forget what that's called. There's some sort of spatial sound that's not just left and right. That stuff's pretty cool. But like I said, I luckily I don't do the mixing exclusively, but I just know there's a lot neater stuff out there that I'd like to experiment with and get into our game.
Mm-hmm.
I can say from personal experience, I do not like it when they actually stick 7 speakers in a headset and don't do the surround sound virtually. There's a Razer one that has quote-unquote real, like 7.1 surround sound in the headset, and it was amazing for FPSs, but like the quality for music or any of that stuff was just...
Oh, so I've never actually tested any of them, so I don't know what they sound like, personally.
And then, are there any plans to add more voice packs? Also, if there is, would a player-contributed voice pack contest be in order? So we could definitely do a contest out of it. Right now, we find that... Actually, you can talk about the process, George. How do you find the voice packs on Steam, and which ones do you choose?
I mean, we have criteria. As long as they match that criteria, they got to be clear. They have to be in world, and try not to be too offensive. We get a lot of angry ones, like people shouting really angrily, and I feel like I don't have to sort through them anymore, but sorting through them has been a process of just listening to people really angrily shout commands at people. I'm like, why are you so pissed off? I mean, it's supposed to be having fun. I mean, in world of like whatever, you're gonna be a little gruff, but like not all out hating. That's kind of the biggest challenge, I think, even picking out voice packs recently. It's just, actually, the ones we got from the community were pretty good, though. The recent ones, like every line was pretty solid from the ones we picked. So those were excellent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like we have to blame modern pirate movies for giving us the angry captain kind of thing, where they're like, I'll kill you myself, I hope you die, you stupid crew. And it's like, why? You're just so mean all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, like, it fits in a way, like, it's kind of cool, but yeah, being this multiplayer online game, we just can't exactly get away with that because we don't want to make our community too toxic or get people mad. You know, they're already mad enough because of noobs or a million other things, just not listening to you. So, yeah, try to make that easier. As like I guess we just try to design that to be less terrible.
People were saying, Matt, real pirates were mean, not just in the movies. I'm sure there were mean pirates as well, and they did mean things. But I'm just saying, there's been a rash of pirate movies lately, and they've been really mean captains kind of thing. Very like, I'll kill my own crew kind of things. And to be fair, captains may have been mean, but they weren't like psychotically mean. If the crew didn't like them, mutinies were pretty common. When you're out in the middle of the ocean and it's 60-1, those are not good numbers for you.
Right?
Kids sit there and be like, oh, I'm just gonna be a jerk and like kick people as I walk by. Yeah, I think your share is gonna be taken pretty quickly.
There's actually literature based on like ship politicking in that regard. I can't remember which novels were talking about that, but like they would have to do things to like actually good sailors just because they had to demonstrate their authority, you know. Yeah. Otherwise, it was over the keel.
Is it the like ship blower series or something like that? Horn blower? I don't know. My dad read a lot of like books on naval stuff, so.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what I think it was just one novel, but I'll have to find out later.
Yes. Best democracy ever. Yes, one that you can solve by just putting a sword to someone's throat. Well, you're not the leader anymore. Actually, a big thing is if pirates had multiple ships and they hated him, they just leave him on one ship and take the rest of his ships and just kind of bounce out.
Yep.
What about Steam Workshop for figureheads? We definitely want to expand workshop stuff. It's just a lot of work, but we definitely want to, put more and more in your guys' hands, especially as you guys prove to be amazing at making things. So we definitely are not saying, oh, no, we don't want all this free, awesome work, kind of thing. It's a lot of work on our end to get it set up so you guys can do it easily. OMG, we need Kermit voice pack. I do not know the copyrights on that, and for the GLaDOS voice pack, that's definitely something. GLaDOS definitely would be we'd have to talk to Valve and their people about kind of thing. It's not something that we can be like, we'll just take this voice. And it probably wouldn't work that well because we don't have a Because there's a very mechanical overtone to the GLaDOS voice.
Yeah.
We would need to make automatons a thing.
Yeah.
Yes, until automatons are a thing, not so much.
Or better, Mark Hamill Joker voice pack. Listen, if Mark Hamill goes into the Steam Workshop and makes a Joker voice pack, we will take it.
There you go.
If we're actually wait, strike that. I don't know the laws on that. Like, I don't know if he actually owns the voice, because the person who does Bart's voice for The Simpsons doesn't actually own the voice, which seems weird to not own your own voice. But
I had no idea.
It's because you don't own the character.
There's a
and
lot
it's
of there's a
portrayal
lot of
the
interesting
character.
things in terms of copyright. I think like the Happy Birthday song in the United States is actually
interesting's
fun.
a weird term to use, because terrible is the term I would use for the copyright system.
It's a matter of interpretation. of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
I'm just being objective here. So, but yeah, it is quite
You know,
strange.
Yeah, the fact the birthday song is copyrighted is crazy, because I worked at Olive Garden and we were taught, the special version of birthday that we could sing, and then we were told through feedback so much that people hated it that they cut doing the birthday song in all of Olive Garden. Everyone,
Oh.
like, people they hate listening to it, they hate being sung to, everything about it except for your 3 friends who are jerks, like, you should sing to them. Everybody hates it.
Yeah. That's funny.
What is under the AI's mask? Well, that's for us to know.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, we know.
But we totally know what's under there.
Yeah.
Probably.
It's Howard's face, all of them.
Yes, all of them. We have put Howard's face on every single one.
Hey, what are you doing? Like,
Well, that's why they're wearing the masks, so they don't cough on you and just kill the entire crew.
this is Howard
Yes.
really like pervading into every facet of lobbies and taking over the world. His a clone army of Howard. It's true. It's true. Provided with the fingers that Kivias collects.
Of course, because why
Yeah.
wouldn't I?
Writing on the backs of raptors that I provide, of course.
Yeah, actually, it has
Into
been really
battle.
nice. The birds that Mikko seems to have in the house have been quiet, and we're really appreciative birds.
That's
Howard-
because I'm here.
Yeah. Howard is secretly watching us all through the AI. Yes, every single person.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Have an AI face for Howard next time, just just in there if you can't see it on camera.
You see,
Yeah.
I think if we actually made a Howard face, the community would be kind of upset that we haven't made more faces for them to use. We put all this time to make a Howard face. Well, we thought it'd be
Put it in the
funny.
Steam Workshop.
He's like the god king of muse, so we'll have to kind of, pay tribute, and offer up our expertise in creating.
I did not know that we referred to Howard as the God King. That's a new title.
We do now.
Yeah, god king. Yeah, let's
Wow.
So apparently Howard is someone saying is Howard a germ warfare robot? No, he's a germ warfare God King.
Yeah, get it right.
just riding on raptors with lots of fingers.
Yeah. While killing Jacob and bringing him back to life.
Oh my god, what have we done? How are we gonna come back to this monstrosity and be like, what's up guys? And we're like, oh, you had no idea.
Is the global chat switcheroo fixed already? You said something about it in the last mini patch, but I don't think it worked. I think we did. I believe it was in the notes that we fixed it. If not, send us an email. We'll check it again and
Do that, we'll forward it in.
yeah.
USB fixed.
But with that, we are going to end for the day because the Iron Fork of Friday is coming up. Jacob, do you want to talk a little bit about that?
It is, yes. It's the Iron Fork of Friday as usual. I'm back after my month-long hiatus from the event, but we're going to be gathering up. We're already in game right now, and we're going to get people in pretty soon for a streamed event with lots of fun games.
All right. Yep, so join in game, play, or watch on stream. We'll be hosting it here as well. It was great having you guys join us. You gave George definitely a great feeling for who you guys are and how we're all crazy together. And with that, we'll see you next week, Tuesday, Thursday, 5 p.m. for the dev games, and then Friday again at 3 p.m. Actually,
Yep.
and also, tomorrow, I almost forgot, Aerodrome 3, Muse is coming back with a vengeance. We had the highest KDA on the first week. We're going to have the highest KDA on the third week.
Nice.
We'll see you guys later.
Vengeance.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.